In this video, we're going to go through how to use the animated list software. What it does is it creates a unordered list that is animated. When you put the mouse over the text in the list, it will animate and it shows a different background color that you pick here. So first thing, we're going to pick the number of items on our list. Let's go with 5. We'll click next. So we enter the text for the first list item. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace a list that's on my site right now with an animated list. So let's go look at the site. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this one. Okay, I actually had 6 here, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go back here. Let's back up one. Let's change this to 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy them right from my website right into here. So let's do this. So you just put whatever text you want in there. If you don't have predefined list already, you just would be making one up as you go here to put on your website. Okay, the next thing we want to do is the text color. That just means the color that we're going to see it on our website. So we want it black, which it is here. And if you look down at the description down here, you can also use hex codes like you see here. That would be the equivalent of black as well. Okay, the background color when you do a mouse over. So when it animates, you put your mouse over top of it and the background turns a different color. This is a red color here, a hex code for it, which is the default, but you can use any color you want. I'm just going to leave it at the red. The text color when the mouse is over. So right now the background color is a red color, and this is a hex code for white. Again, you can use words or hex codes. So I'm just going to leave it at the default. The color of the first 8 pixels when the mouse over occurs. This is what causes the animation. On the left side of the text, and you'll see this when we're done here, it is a different color and it animates over. So I'm going to use dark red here. Again, you can use words for colors or you can use hex codes. And then the width in pixels. I'm going to leave it at 450 pixels. You can generate that, or you can change that if you need to. Let's click generate now. I'm going to put that in my test directory. And we're done. Now you can also save this if you want, and then you can load it back up if you want to change it. So let's click save. I'm also going to put that in the test directory, and we're just going to call it list 1, and then let's exit. Okay, so this is the example here. I already had in here this index and these images. This is the website that I'm going to use to change. So it put in here example, CSS, and list code is what it put in here. Okay, so let's look at the example. So here's what the list looks like, and then when you put your mouse over it, you see how it animates. And right over on the left here, that's that dark red that animates it over. Is the red and the white when write text when we mouse over. Okay, so that's what the list looks like. Okay, so the way we integrate this, let's close that up. This is the website that we're going to change. So let's open this up in Composer. It's a free web editor you can download from Google. Let's open that website. And then let's go down here. Let's get rid of this list here. And now let's do insert HTML. And there's two different things we need to do with this. Let's go back to our code here. So what we need down here, this is the list code that goes in there. So all we have to do is copy all of this from top to bottom. And paste it in here. And insert. Okay, you notice it put the first one in automatically. That's just the way it's coded. The script will put the rest of it in when we're done. Now the next thing we need to do is go into the source here, and right in the head section, which is right at the top, you see where this head is here? Right under that, we need to go back to our code again, and the CSS. Grab all of this, so select it all, and copy, and then we can close it, and then just put it right there. Let's save. Now let's open it up. I'll close this one. Let's open our website in the browser now. Go down to our list, and you see when we put our mouse over them, they animate. Now I'll just show you how you reload it. If you open the software again, you want to bring in a project to edit it, just go to File and Open, and it'll bring up the right one here. You'll see it. It's an animated list generator files. Here it is here. So when I bring that in, it brings everything in for us. So when we can go through here, and then we could change anything here we wanted. Let's go to the last one here, and let's see, much. And then next. We'll just keep everything else the same here. Let's change dark red to black. Next, and then we'll generate and save it again. Okay, so now if we do look at the example, okay, so you see now that the border is black, or not the border, but the first left 8 pixels, and it says in here, and much more. Okay, so the code has been changed. Now you'd have to go and change it on your website now too, and it's a little more difficult this time because you have to actually go and edit the source and take out what you just put in. So we'd have to go to the top, and what we did was we put in this style, and then we'd have to go down there till the slash style. So we took that out. Not sure what these are doing here. Those don't need to be there. And then we would go down and we could just knock this out like so, and then do the same thing again. So we're going to insert HTML, back to our code again, and this is going to be the list code text. So we'll select all of this, paste it in, and insert, and then back into the source tab here, right to the top under the head section, and then back to our code again, and we want the CSS this time, so we'll select all of this, paste it right here, save, and back to our website. Let's update here, or refresh. Okay, you'll see that it says a much more there now, and there is our updated code. Okay, so that's how you can use the software if you want to save and then update your projects. So that's how we use the list generator.